Hey everybody, today on Henry's HowTos, I'm going to show you how to make hot cross buns. Let's get straight into it. So the first thing you want to do is add a quarter cup of sugar into a large bowl, along with about 2 sachets of dry yeast. And we're going to add half a cup of warm water to this. And just give that a quick mix using a whisk. Now we just want to let this sit here until the yeast activates and goes frothy. So guys, after about 10 minutes your yeast should have frothed up like that. That means it's activated. So now we can go ahead and add in everything else. So we'll start by adding in 1 teaspoon of allspice, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, a pinch of salt, about 100 grams of melted butter, 1 cup of full cream milk, and we're going to crack in 2 eggs. Now just give that a good mix using a whisk. So now we'll start by adding in 2 cups of plain flour. Now guys, as you know from most of my other recipes, I like to always add the flour gradually. I never add it all at once. So we can just slowly work it in, make sure there's no lumps, and then we get a nice smooth dough. Now add in another cup in. So at this point our dough is slowly starting to come together, so we'll take the excess of our whisk, and from this point on I'll just use my hands. So I'm going to add in another cup of flour, and we just want to gently work that through. Now if you do have a cake mixer or a cake stand, you can use that. I personally have a KitchenAid, I have a commercial dough mixer, I have a hand mixer, but when working with sweet dough like so, I always use my hands. I want to put that extra love into it. So now add in another half a cup. So as you can see, our dough is slowly starting to come together into a nice ball. It's still a touch sticky, but at this point you want to be careful how much flour you add. You don't want to over flour it or overwork it. You want to keep that nice smooth consistency. So I'm just going to add another quarter cup of flour to this. And then we'll keep another quarter cup for when we're rolling it on our board. So guys, once it stops sticking, we'll set that aside, place some flour on your board, and take your dough out. All we want to do is just knead it for about 3 to 4 minutes. Now guys, as for the fruit, of course a lot of people don't like it, a lot of people do love it, so that's just up to you. I've got about 1/3 of a cup of sultanas here which I'm going to add, so just place it straight on top. Now you just want to work it into your dough right on the board. Now obviously if you really like the fruit, go ahead and add more. 1/3 of a cup is like more of a surprise to me. If you really like the fruit, add about 1 cup. If you don't like it, don't add it at all. Simple as that. So what we're going to do now is bring back our bowl, add some of that flour straight into the bowl, place the dough ball right in the middle, and we'll just cover the bowl with some cling wrap. Make sure you've got it well covered and there's no gaps, or else the air might get in and turn it dry. We definitely don't want that. Just like so. Now we want to leave this in a warm place for at least 45 minutes for the yeast to activate and the dough to rise. So after about 45 minutes it should have doubled in size like that. So just pull apart the glad wrap, and it should be nice and soft like that and leave indentations. So what we're going to do, knock it down again, and we're going to bring it back into a bowl, cover it again, and leave it for about another half an hour so that it rises again. So guys, after another 30 minutes your dough should have risen like so again. So now we're ready to portion it. So obviously take the glad wrap off, put that to the side, and you just want to sprinkle some flour on your surface. Now bring your dough out of the bowl, and it should be nice and soft and make a hollow noise like that. Now you just want to shape it into a long stick like so. This will just make it easy to portion. Also, you want to bring across a large baking tray. I've just lined it with some baking paper. So guys, what we're going to do is firstly cut this straight through the center. And then we're going to end up with quarters like so. Now each of these quarters I'm going to half again. So now we've got 8 pieces. Each of these we're going to half again. And this will give us 16 pieces. Now each of these pieces of dough we need to turn into buns. So to do that, just in your hands, all you want to do is just keep pushing the dough right underneath like that until you end up with a ball like that. And then just in your palms, just move it around like that in a circular motion, and we'll end up with a nice bun like that. And just place that on your baking tray. Now all you want to do is just continue to do this with all of your pieces of dough. So guys, as you can see I've got 16 buns altogether now. Also note how much distance I've left between each of them. It's only about a centimeter. Reason for this is once it proofs and bakes, they come together and it just gives a nicer effect. So after you're done, we're just going to place some cling wrap again on our buns. And we're going to leave these to proof for another half an hour so they rise. And in the meantime, preheat your oven to 190 degrees Celsius. And just into a small bowl, we're going to add 2/3 of a cup of plain flour with about 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Add in half a cup of warm water. And just using a fork, we're going to stir this. And the result we want is a very smooth paste. Basically, it still needs to be moist enough for it to go into a piping bag, so we can pipe our crosses. So give it a good stir, make sure there's no clumps in it. Now we're going to use a piping bag with a very small nozzle. The easiest way to fill up a piping bag is get a glass, place your piping bag into it, and basically you want to pull the bag over the glass like that. This makes it 100 times easier to fill up. And now just empty out your entire paste in. Now you just want to pull up your bag. Be careful you don't waste any of it. And now we'll bring our buns back, take off the glad wrap, and just look at how nice they look. They want to be nice and soft like that. That's when you know they're ready. You just want to pipe on the dough like that, all in one motion. Then repeat on the next row. So don't stop and start. You just want to do it in one hit. And now we'll continue this way. And there we have it. So provided your oven's ready at 190 degrees, we'll go ahead and put these straight in. We're looking for a total baking time of around 25-30 minutes. That's just dependent on your oven temperature. And look at that, guys, it's been 25 minutes now. I've just taken them out. You don't really want them to get more brown than that. So as soon as you take them out, next thing you want to do is get some strawberry jam and a pastry brush, and you just want to brush all the buns. This is what gives it that nice glaze and that beautiful sweet flavour. Now you can of course use any jam you like. I prefer strawberry because it has a darker colour to it. A lot of people use apricot. You can use marmalade, whatever you like. So once you finish glazing them, they should all be nice like that. And just look at that beautiful shine. So you want these definitely to rest before you eat them because you will burn your mouth. So leave them out for about 10 to 15 minutes, let them rest, and then we can get straight into it. Okay guys, so after about 10 minutes you should be able to handle them with your hands. So just gently pull them apart like that. And just look at that. How perfect does that look? Now of course I'll show you what it looks like inside, because that's where it matters. So just gently slice it, carefully because it is still a bit warm. And just look at that. All that needs is some butter now. Simple as that, guys. I hope you like that. Please like and subscribe. If you've got any comments or suggestions, just leave them at the bottom. Happy Easter to everybody, and I'll see you all next time.